Hey, hey, good morning, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Coffee and Entrepreneurship with Jody. I am Jody, your host, and I am so excited to have you all join me today. So, as you guys are rolling in here, say hello. Let me see your comments. Give us some love. It is Valentine's Day, so happy Valentine's Day. I wore my earrings just for the occasion today, and I'm actually going live over on Instagram today too. And I see a viewer over there. So, hello, hello. Instagram. Okay, and then it looks like, let me see. We're having trouble streaming to Facebook. Let me see. let me just go over here to Facebook and see if we have any technical difficulties. I am live on YouTube and I am live on Instagram. So, hey, you know what? I see. I don't know why it would give me that error, but I'm just going to keep rolling here. All righty. So welcome again to another episode of Coffee and Entrepreneurship with Jody. Again, say hello. Give me some love here in the comments. If you're watching the live, give me a hashtag live so that I know that you were able to catch it live. And this is kind of a good time for you to watch the episodes. And if you're catching the replay, give me a hashtag replay. And if you're new to my page, give me a hashtag new. And I'd love to reach out to you and get to know you a little bit better. All righty. So I am so excited because we're going to be talking about something really important today. And we have a very special guest. We're going to be talking about the importance of branding. And we're going to be talking about the mysteries of branding because, you know, sometimes when we think about branding our businesses, like we don't know what we don't know what we want, right? So we're going to have an awesome guest here today to kind of help us unravel all of those mysteries. And I'm just going to go over here again because I want to make sure that I'm live on Facebook. It's showing me that I'm not. So let me make sure we're good here. All right. Can anybody out there in, let me see, in Facebook land, can you tell me if you're seeing me live here? Anybody out there? I see. Oh, Rebecca, I see. Okay, great. You see me on. Oh, good. Wonderful. Yay. So I have an error on my StreamYard, but I'm live. So I'm going with this. All right. So I'm going to get right into the introduction here. All righty. So my next guest, Shelly Reimann, is a self-taught photographer. She's an accomplished graphic designer, and she's a branding strategist who transformed the mundane into the magnificent. Shelly stands out in the world of branding with her unique blend of creativity and strategy. She brings an artistic flair to every project, turning ordinary concepts into extraordinary brand stories. Her approach to branding is not just aesthetics. It's about creating a powerful, resonant message that captures the essence of a business. Yes, woohoo, Shelly. That's right, Rebecca. Beyond her professional talents, Shelly is known for her vibrant energy and her ability to inspire and connect with people. Now, whether she's strategizing with clients or sharing her insights in her Facebook community, Shelly is all about empowering others to find their unique voice and style, right? And that's what we're all trying to do when we're entrepreneurs. And sometimes it's hard to find that unique voice and style. So today, Shelly joins us to talk about the world of branding with her valuable insights, her tips, and a splash of fun. And her passion is, for helping businesses shine is it's pretty much infectious. And we're excited to learn from her experiences. So let's dive in and discover how to make your brand truly stand out with the one and only Shelly Reimann. Shelly, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Gosh, you're making me blush over here.
It's great to have you. Thank you so much for joining us today and talking with all the lovely ladies here in our community all about branding. So excited to have you.
Thank you. I'm super excited to be here. It's great.
Yeah, awesome. So Shelly, let's get started here. So let's just start out by having you just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am self-taught photographer. Recently got into branding strategy. I'm a mom of two. They're 14 years apart. So it creates a whole new struggle when you're building businesses. Gosh, I don't know. I live in the Badlands of South Dakota. We're pretty remote out here. So yeah, we're just living life.
Awesome. You know, that's one place I've never been is South Dakota. I'll have to put that on my list.
Definitely.
So, Shelly, you've got quite the journey, right? So, you're a self-taught photographer, and you're also a branding strategist. So, can you just share a bit about what sparked this transition, and how your diverse experiences have shaped your approach to branding?
Sure. Well, I first started in photography. I've always had a passion for it, and I really just started just immersing myself in anything that I could find about photography, and I started that in about 2016. I was at the time I was a single mom, and I was in a pretty high position in my career where was managing other people, and I still struggled. Like it was, I needed an additional income, and I still struggled every month to get those bills paid. And I decided that I needed to find something to supplement my income. And being a single mom, there I couldn't go out and get another job. It was going to take more time away from my daughter, and so I thought I stayed up nights thinking about what I could do, and I finally realized that whatever it was, it needed to be my passion. It needed to be something that I truly, deeply loved, and it just came to me. I was like, I need to do this, and so I started taking family photos, and everything's just kind of progressed from there. With COVID, I got into MLM and did a little bit of network marketing, and it's just kind of progressed from there. Learning more about things that about the branding and different things that we do and connect with people.
Yeah, yeah, I love that, and I really love how you found a need for yourself, right? And you knew you needed that additional income to make your living, right?
Right.
And knowing we can't go out and get two full-time jobs, it's just impossible, right? So we're capped. And that's kind of what I teach here in our community is you know being able to create multiple streams of income without being capped, right? And doing so with the talents and the skills and the passions that you already have, right? So I love that you took your idea or your passion and you actually built an income from that. So that's really inspiring. Yeah. So Shelly, in your experience, let's talk about like brand foundation, right?
Yep.
And when we're first starting out, we're trying to figure out what our brand is, how we want to be portrayed online, things like that. How people when how we want people to remember us, right?
Mhm.
Brand recognition. So that foundation, in your experience, what is the most critical element to establish when first developing a brand, and why?
I believe that staying true to yourself and being genuine is going to be the top priority for any brand. Um, you can always take insights and ideas from other people, but as long as you keep it true to yourself and not copy other people, so
Yeah.
that you're making those connections and people are getting to know who you are. Because if you're constantly putting on this facade of copying somebody else's work or what they're doing, it's never really you.
Mhm.
And I think that people can see that and they can tell.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So, I do think it's important, though, to, you know, of course, we have like maybe some influencers or some well-known public figures or whatever that maybe are in our area of expertise or in our industry, and um, it is important to take them as inspiration. And I'm sorry, I got distracted because someone from my team just told me that they cannot see me on Facebook. So
Oh,
we are streaming live on Instagram. I'm going to keep rolling with it. And we are streaming live on YouTube. And I'm going to tell everyone out there and thank you, Raga, for letting me know. and and I'm glad that you're watching from Instagram. So what I'm going to do, you guys, is I'm just going to keep rolling with it. And Shelly, I will be able to repost this. I will stream this again.
Okay.
If it's not in the group, I don't know what, I don't know what's going on, but I don't want to end the stream. So I really don't know what to do about it, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it.
Yep. Roll with the punches.
So sorry for that distraction, but you know what? That's life, and there's always technical stuff, right?
Yep.
So yeah. So again, I do think it's really super important to just draw from these public figures, or whoever inspires you for that inspiration, right?
Right.
Copy. Right. We don't copy. We don't, because we definitely want to be our authentic selves, and, because we are unique. And that's, that's kind of what I really emphasize in our community here, is that we're all so unique that we're really branding ourselves. Right.
Right.
So it's okay to take, the inspiration, but really make it, stay true to ourselves, like you said, and be genuine. So yeah, I love that. So that's a great, that is, a great way to build that the brand, a solid foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's talk about brand consistency. Because we want to stay consistent, so that when people see certain things, they know it's us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So okay, let's talk about this. So how important is consistency, in your opinion, in branding? And let's talk about maybe some top tips for entrepreneurs to really maintain this consistency across all the different platforms that we have out there. Like we're talking about the platforms today because Facebook's giving us a hard time. But yeah, so yeah, let's just talk about the importance of consistency.
I think that it's very important to stay consistent, especially when you're building a business on social media. Some of the things that you can do to stay consistent would be to create buckets or categories, or themes of things that you want to share with the world. And it's not always have to be about your business. It can be more about your home life or personal. Some of the things that I do would be to share motivational quotes. There's behind the scenes that you can do. That's always great. It helps people get to know you and realize that you're a real person and you still have struggles and deal with things, and and then just staying consistent. And then that is things that you do every week with your social media, that so people know what to expect.
Yeah. I do love the sharing the behind the scenes, because that really does show your how genuine you are, and you're a human being, right? We're all about business, but we want to have that personal connection as well. So I really love that. And then that's that could be part of the plan, or the strategy of just staying consistent, is just implementing some of these things. So yeah, for sure. So let's talk about visual storytelling. So as a photographer and a graphic designer, what do you do? How do you leverage visual elements to strengthen a brand story and really connect with the target audience?
For one, I try to create original images when I'm sharing on social media.
Yeah.
And I look at things in different angles, because I believe that when you're just say that we're looking at taking pictures, that you could have a bag of empty hangers sitting on your floor, and depending on the angle, it can be a really great image. And I feel that way with a lot of things, and not just with taking pictures, but even if you can look at a struggle or something that you're having a hard time with, if you can pivot yourself and look at that in a different way, a lot of times you can see the brighter side and understand that Okay, it might just be a bag of hangers there, but still a use for that. There's
Mm,
still there's still something there.
yeah. And that just a light bulb just went off over my head. So basically, that's telling a story. That image, right?
Yep.
And whatever that bag of hangers that you just took a picture of, whatever. I mean, whatever you're trying to portray, uh, that's the uniqueness of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're and the storytelling is so important, and sometimes it really is just the photos that tell the story. So I love that. So so ladies, yeah, take those original images and use those on your social. Yeah, absolutely. Because it really does help the people to connect, right, Shelly?
Yeah, I mean, it adds more personal touch, and you're not just grabbing images from from your MLM, your network marketing. They have beautiful professional images that they give out for an example, and if you can have that same product and take a picture of your coffee cup, let's see, you know, and have it be come from you originally, that's it's gonna be more personal to your viewers
Yeah,
instead
yeah,
of just another advertisement or another, you know, just stock images.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Original photos are amazing for social, for telling stories. So let's move on to talking about evolving brands. So how should entrepreneurs really approach rebranding? I mean, like, are there maybe signs that indicate it's time for a brand to evolve or maybe pivot or change things up?
I I think that a person would have to look at themselves, and if they feel like they're ready for a rebrand, um, I think a business owner always knows. And I mean, if you're I wouldn't just rebrand for the sake of rebranding, but if things are getting kind of stale and maybe your heart's not in it anymore,
Yeah.
I think maybe you've changed, and maybe your deep down on the heart of your business has evolved, and so should your brand.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing that I want to really mention is, especially in the beginning when it's kind of hard to figure out what your brand is, right? And you kind of struggle with it. Like, it's not just about picking out the colors and the logo and things like that, but that's a piece. And that, I kind of struggled with that in the beginning too, because I'm like, oh, I don't know what. But one of the beautiful parts of this is that you know what, it's not in stone. Don't worry about it. Just get your branding done in the beginning. And if you need to pivot, you can. It's not like it's not your brand for the rest of your life, right?
Right.
So, for those that might be struggling with a branding piece, especially in the beginning, just get started and just remember that you can pivot if you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's an option, right? Exactly.
Right.
So we're not stuck.
No.
Yeah. Alrighty. So now when we're measuring brand impact, right? So what are some effective ways to measure the success of someone's branding efforts? Like, I don't know, are there specific metrics or maybe feedback that entrepreneurs should look out for?
um I look at my statistics a lot on Facebook, and I take note of what images and graphics do better. um, Maybe tracking the views, and if I have a post that done extremely well, I will keep that back, and I might reuse it or repurpose it in
Okay.
another way.
Yeah.
um, but yeah, I mean, just your comments and the interactions that you have.
Okay. Yeah, that is really important. Yeah. The tracking and repurposing as well.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I've seen some of my colleagues, you know, even take like reels and just repurpose them, reels that have worked well or images that have worked well, and just change like the text layovers and maybe the caption. things like that. So repurposing, which is just really nice, right? Because it cuts down on having to create something new. So
Right.
yeah, I love that. Yeah, so measuring is important. Yeah, and really just taking those stats and maybe like popping them in a spreadsheet, keep it simple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. Okay. So now let's talk about branding on a budget, right? Because when we're up first starting out, we usually have tight budgets or whatever, and we're trying to keep the overhead reasonable, right? So for entrepreneurs in our community who they may be working with, let's just say, limited resources, what are your recommendations for really creating impactful branding but on a budget?
I would say that if you're looking to create images and things like that, Canva is really great. They have a free account, and Canva is kind of my love language. So I it's amazing. I learn something new every day that I can do. And probably another piece of advice that I would give would be to start taking photos and videos of just different things, because I might not use that photo right away or that day. And later on, I'll look back through my phone and I'm like, oh, well, this would be good for this idea or this post. And sometimes just taking a color photo and changing it to black and white really makes a difference. It is.
I love that.
Yeah.
I never really actually thought about that, was to change it to black and white. That's a great idea for repurposing.
Yeah. And if it's not really a great photo, but the concept is there, I'll do that a lot of times. And it really takes out all of the distraction of the not so great photo.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. And I just wanted to do a quick shout out real quick and let you know that Jessica, Raga, we have Anne, we have Emily, we have Lori, all watching from Instagram. So, oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Yes, I'm so glad that my Instagram stream is working, because it hasn't worked the last couple of times when I've done it. But, Facebook is now kind of, you never know which way it's going to go, right? And also, I want to give a shout out to Rebecca. And Rebecca is watching this on Facebook. So, you know what? Something's going right here. And I did want to also mention that Rebecca said, I've had rebranding for my personal chef business on my mind for a while. So now she needs to chat with you soon, Shelly. So that's awesome.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to.
Yeah. Yeah. And Leslie is here. Hello, Leslie. Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you here today. We're having an awesome conversation with the fabulous Shelly. And Shelly, I think I mispronounced your last name. It's Reimann.
Reimann. Yeah.
I called you Raymond.
That's okay. It happens all the time.
I did ask Shelly before the live. I reached out to her with a message. How do you pronounce your last name? And she told me, and I mispronounced it. So it's Shelly Reimann, everyone. So apologies for that, Shelly. Alrighty. So now talking about saturated markets and crowded markets and all that other good stuff, right? And how we can stand out. So let's talk about brand differentiation. So we know that standing out can definitely be challenging, right? So what strategies do you suggest for a brand to really differentiate itself effectively?
I just think being true to yourself and being genuine is going to make your brand stand out. There's no one like you. There's no one like me. And I mean, everybody doesn't like me, and that's okay. But I have some people that do. And if they don't like me, they'll go find somebody else.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think that there's enough room in this world for everybody. And I don't feel like it's oversaturated.
Okay. Awesome. I love that angle, because I do hear that quite a bit. It's like, there are so many this and so many that out there.
There's only one you.
Yeah, that's right. There's only one you. And I think I've said this a couple times. Now, I don't know if this is going to be the right statistic, but I was using this for a little bit and then I kind of got away from it. But I think I said there's 7.8888 billion people in the world and only one you, right? So, and I really want to stress that today, that like when there's entrepreneurs that are just starting out and they're maybe questioning the market saturation, there's too many people doing what I want to do. You know, really don't let that stop you, right?
Right.
And it's actually kind of mindset work too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that could be, you know, a block, right? That we
Right.
just need to get over, because maybe it's an excuse to not move forward, right? Oh, it's too saturated, right? And well, no, it's not, because there's only one you, and you're going to do it differently than someone else, and
Right.
that's how you're going to be different. You know, that's where the brand differentiation is going to come into play, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I love that. I really do, because it can get. Let me see, what word am I looking for? You know, it can maybe get a little discouraging, because you do think that, you know, there's too many other people out there doing the thing that you want to do, right?
Right.
Right. So we want to get that out of our minds, because we can, you know, there's enough room in this world. There's enough space. There's enough room for everybody. So, all right. So now let's talk about the future, okay? And future trends and things like that. So, what upcoming trends in branding should entrepreneurs be aware of to really just stay ahead of the curve?
Gosh, I I don't really pay much attention to it. I just kind of do me and do what feels right. Um, I don't know. I mean, I've always just been one to just do me, like what I feel. I mean, I don't want to necessarily follow a trend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. You know, another thing too that I want to add to that is that as far as the future trends, because you can't predict it, right? I mean, you can go look on Google, right? There's Google Trends. There's ways to see what everybody else is doing, um, and that can help inspire you, right? You can
Right.
use that as inspiration, and kind of take a peek at what maybe other people are doing for that inspiration. And we already touched on that a little bit earlier, but yeah, we don't want to copy people, right?
Right.
But you know, we do kind of want to see what's going on out there, just to, you know. And another thing I wanted to mention too is that, what about testing things, right? We test things out on social media to see what works, right? Like a photo in black and white, or a photo in color, or, you know, whatever, repurposing all this stuff, right? Just testing out, you know, seeing maybe what the trends are, and then testing it out in your own unique way, right? So you're not really following the trends. You're maybe just kind of, you know,
Figuring out what works for you and your business
absolutely.
and what your followers want,
Yeah.
what they want to see more of.
Yeah, for sure. Um, Now let's talk about what all of these lovely ladies here in the community can, um, you know, what can they take action on here, right? So, uh, can you give us some actionable advice? Maybe just share a simple, actionable step that our community members can take today to enhance their brand's effectiveness.
Yes. One thing that I would recommend that every business owner do would be to, and I see this a lot of time with a lot of people that I work with on their personal Facebook page, their cover photo. If they could change that to somehow resonate with their business, or their Facebook group of where they want people to find them. Um, I've talked to a gal here last week, and I was like, you know, searching her on Facebook and kind of looking at her profile and things like that, and there is absolutely no recognition that she even has a business.
Mm.
So, I mean, it was really, I finally had to ask her, I'm like, what is your business? And so if a person can go and change their cover photo to, I don't know, there's just to describe their business or follow me here, visit us at this website, something along to that effect. Because I feel like the cover photo is your billboard for your business. I mean, even if
Yeah.
it's on your personal profile is still part of who you are.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I'll add to that consistency with your headshot across platforms.
Yes, across all
That's yeah,
platforms.
that's one thing that I've learned in the coaching program that I'm in from my coach, is that your cover photo really should be consistent on all platforms.
Right.
So I love that. That's
And be of you and be clear. A lot of times people put their dog or a picture of their kids or
yeah. So you're talking about your personal Facebook as well, right? Because
right.
yeah, yep,
Because that's where a majority of all of our friends are
yeah,
and our followers. So, and we want our followers to come join us, like us, visit our pages and potentially eventually become customers.
yeah, right, yep. Well, I love that. Yeah. So, ladies, look at your your photos across all your platforms, and you know, just do a quick check and make sure they're consistent, because that's really really important, and that's the big takeaway today. That's some actionable advice that you can take today. So I would actually challenge you to, after this live, go take a look at what you got going on across all your platforms, and make some updates. It doesn't take long.
No.
Yeah. So, all right. You know what? Well, I think that wraps things up. Shelly, this has been amazing. I'm so excited to have you here today. And thank you for all of your little golden nuggets that you've provided to everyone. I love all of them. I especially love the takeaway that you gave about, your photo. And also I love, I just love that you can take any photo, like a bag of hangers. It doesn't matter what it is, and you can tell a story with it. And that's all about just creating the brand differentiation, right?
Right.
And the consistency, um, and the visual storytelling. So that's amazing. So thank you so much. And I want to make sure that yes, and Rebecca said such terrific tips, Shelly. Thank you for the inspiration. Yes, I agree. Shelly has been amazing. And Shelly, tell us about I think you have something special for the community, a special gift, right?
Sure. Yes. I have a document that's 5 branding mistakes that you could be making in your business. And I think you'll drop the link for that. And
Yes.
everyone
Yep.
is welcome to join my community, feeling fire and finding grace while raising babies and chasing dreams.
I
So,
love it. I love it. All right. Awesome. Yeah. So we're dropping the links to both of those in the comments. So you guys, please show Shelly some love. It is Valentine's Day. And we're definitely feeling the love from Shelly. She's helping us out with all of these amazing tips to help in our branding, because we can all use some help, right? In that area, because we're wearing all the hats in our businesses. We're entrepreneurs. We're trying to do all the things. So it's awesome to have amazing like-minded women who come and share their knowledge, and they collaborate with us. So please go find Shelly on Facebook, give her send her a friend request, check out her group, Feeling Fire and Finding Grace. And yes, definitely check out, I know I am going to download her awesome guide here. It's 5 branding mistakes you could be making in your business, right? So I love it. Shelly, thank you again. It's been
yeah,
an amazing chat. I really appreciate it. I'd love to have you back sometime in the
absolutely.
future. All right. Awesome. And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Yeah.
Day.
Have a great day, Shelly. Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
All right. Bye. All right, you guys, there you have it. That was amazing talking about branding. All things that we really, we need to know this stuff, right? And we can't always know all the things. And that's why we reach out to, like-minded women who have the knowledge, who will share all these little tidbits and all these golden nuggets for us. So it was amazing that we talked about brand foundation, avoiding pitfalls, brand consistency, visual storytelling, evolving brands, how to measure our brand impact, by using metrics, and branding on a budget, how we can, really do some impactful branding with, when we have a tight budget, being different out there in the crowded markets, maybe some future trends, and some actionable advice from Shelly. So that was amazing. So you guys, thank you so much for joining. I am so sorry about the technical difficulties on Facebook. I don't know what happened. If when I end the live, I'm going to go check the Facebook group. If it didn't stream in there for whatever reason, then I will repost it in there. But we were successful on Instagram. Hi, Tony. I see you joining on Instagram. Thank you for being here. This was an amazing talk today with the fabulous Shelly Reimann, talking about branding and giving some really, really great tips and advice. All right. So that's going to wrap it up for today, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate each and every one of you that takes the time to come and watch live and support the group and support all of our expert guests who come on and they give us their time to help us move forward in our own businesses. So so appreciative of all of you and all of our guests. So just a couple quick things. So next week, I have another amazing guest coming on. We have the fabulous Lori Clark, and she'll be coming on to talk to us about self-care and things like that. So you're not going to miss that. You're not going to want to miss that one. And I'm usually here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. for Coffee and Entrepreneurship with Jody. And I have a great lineup through the end of February. I also have some great news. I am so excited to be hosting a masterclass coming up on March 7th. And that's going to be in the evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, so that, hopefully women that maybe are working day jobs, whatever, if you can't make it during the day, the masterclass is going to be at 7 p.m. and it's going to be all about learning how to become a virtual assistant. And I'm super excited. Virtual assistants are needed everywhere. I need virtual assistants, right? So, and I'm so super passionate about helping other women entrepreneurs grow their businesses. And I've run a virtual assistant agency, and I've been a virtual assistant. And so I'm super passionate about that. I can't wait to show you how you can set up your own virtual assistant business and really just own your time freedom and your financial freedom. So super excited about that. So mark your calendar, March 7th, 7 p.m. And I'm also going to be guest training tomorrow is Thursday, February 15th, in the Solutions for Sellers Facebook community with Janet Parks. So super excited about that, talking about tech tools and the best tech tools that you can have to really get your business on autopilot, more automated, things like that. So super excited about that. And I'm also going to be speaking on Saturday, February 24th at 2:30 p.m. at the Badass Women Empowerment Summit that is being hosted by Renee Carbone Fleming. How exciting is that? And I'm going to be speaking about how to monetize your skills. There's going to be 6 other speakers there. It runs from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. You can catch me at the 2:30 p.m. slot. I'm so excited about speaking there. So very, very exciting. A lot of great things coming up. And I think that's about it for now. So if you're just rolling in now, can you just give me a hashtag replay? also reach out to me. If you're new to my page, send me a friend request. I'd love to get to know you and collaborate and all that other good stuff and lift each other up and inspire and all the things. All right. So you guys, happy Valentine's Day. Have a wonderful day. And I will see you all soon. All right. Bye.